Hey, what's up, guys? JD Vim here, part of Vim Nation Wrestling, and this is the Monday Night Raw review. And tonight's Raw overall was better. It was better than last week. That's kind of like saying like the shit that I took last week is not as good as the shit I took today. It's still shit. But I would say some things here. There are some positive things going out of the show here, but still storyline purposes going up to, in this case, Hell in a Cell didn't do it for me. It did not do it for me going up to Hell in a Cell storyline purposes tonight. Now, again, like I said, there are some good things to come out of this here. Sasha Banks is the new WWE Women's Championship. And all I gotta say is that they had a great match between Charlotte and Sasha, but it was 8 minutes long. It was like 8-9 minutes long, and you had a TV commercial at the very beginning of the match. The very beginning of the match, you have a TV commercial. Why does WWE do that in grand situations? I don't like that. This, and they main event the show tonight, Sasha and Charlotte. Good for them. First time women been main eventing in a match to close the show since Trish Stratus and Lita, over 10 years ago on Raw. So I was happy that they did that they did something different tonight as far as having the ladies close the show, and they put on a pretty damn good match. Charlotte doing a fucking corkscrew moonsault, like a fucking spiral tap that she did, even though she didn't really hit all of it. She didn't hit none of it really on that corkscrew moonsault, but it was something new from her, and I popped when I was like, oh shit, when I saw that. But that was really my only poppable moment when Sasha made Charlotte tap out with the bank statement. It was like, is he meh? But I think the only reason why, there's two reasons why I think they did this tonight, guys. Reason number one, this is the main event of Raw in Los Angeles. They want to make a big moment. And for, I guess, Raw history, it's a big moment because it's like the first time that the women closed the show and a title, well, I'm not saying the title changed hands, but I'm saying that, it was for the women's championship, and that happened, like I said, for the first time in 10 years. That's number one. Number two is that they keep mentioning about Charlotte's undefeated championship reign on pay-per-views, saying that she's 12-0 on pay-per-views when defending or fighting rather for the women's championship. I think they want to keep that record preserved for some odd reason. Now, this is gonna be my issue. If Charlotte wins it back at Hell in a Cell, now you're just hot potatoing the fucking championship. You know what I mean? If you have fucking Charlotte win it back at fucking Hell in a Cell, why did Sasha win it tonight? Sasha's gonna be a fucking, I think, and you know what? I think another thing too as well. I think they really want to make Charlotte equivalent to her dad as far as title reigns. That's just the way I'm thinking. Maybe I'm stupid when I think that. I think that WWE wants to get Charlotte a 16 titles. I know that may be overkill, but hell, she's Charlotte Flair. Maybe they want to make her literally the equivalent to her dad. We don't know, but now Charlotte has been a 2-time women's champion. She possibly, if they end up counting NXT, that's 3 times that she's the women's champion. But I don't think they're gonna count NXT. I think NXT is like, it's this whole separate entity. But if they really end up counting that sometime down the line, then she's a 3-time champion. You know how WWE is with these fucking title reigns. Like they'll start counting the title reign, then like years later down the road, like they'll count like fucking ECW championship reigns as world titles. So we don't fucking know. But despite that, guys, Raw tonight was better than last week. I will say that. But as I said, just because I like the shit that I took this morning, and I hated the shit that I took last week, it's still shit at the end of the day, guys. It is still shit. And, overall, like I said, there were some good things from the show tonight, and we're actually getting to the review now. So we start off tonight with Roman Reigns coming out. Soon as I heard Roman Reigns music, instant boos happened. Instant boos happened to Roman Reigns. Lana comes out. Lana is, kind of promo on Roman Reigns. She was losing her fucking Russian accent during the fucking promo. She was losing little hints of the Russian accent. Then, she basically, oh Jesus Christ. And basically, in a nutshell, what pretty much fucking happened was like, Lana was getting bashed by Roman Reigns, and pretty much Lana was like, "You can go to hell! You can go to hell!" No, Lana, no, don't get Lana off the mic. Just get Lana off the mic. I don't care what she has to say. Then Rusev comes out. He starts attacking Reigns. A massive Rusev check happens. Rusev, does a sidekick to fucking Reigns over the barricade. Reigns comes back and hits Reigns with a Superman punch. Before we saw a Superman punch, you know what we saw tonight from Rusev Bashka? Oh my God, we saw the masturbation celebration! One of the best celebrations ever in wrestling. He didn't do it as how he normally would do it. He kind of did that a little bit, but it was still a masturbation celebration that we saw today, and that was fucking amazing. Just simply amazing that we saw. They're gonna have a Hell in a Cell match. Long story short, these motherfuckers are gonna have a Hell in a Cell match. This is gonna be Rusev versus Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell in a Hell in a Cell match. Oh my God, how I can't wait till this match is gonna end up putting me to sleep at fucking Hell in a Cell. I don't give a shit about this match. I don't care for this match. I don't care if anybody dies. I'm being quite honest. I don't give a shit if someone dies in the match, because I'm done with this feud. I am so done with this fucking feud. This fucking feud has been shit. It started for no reason, and it's going to end. Finally, it's going to end at Hell in a Cell. Reigns is going to win, because, Rusev is not going to win back the United States title. So Reigns is going to win, and, yeah, what is this going to do for Rusev? Rusev just going to go back down in the card down, because he's not going to be feuded with nobody for no reason. So what the hell is going to happen with Rusev? I don't know. We have to see. After that, we see our first match of the night, which is TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. For some reason, I thought this was going to be for the Cruiserweight Championship, because I could have sworn they promoted that as a Cruiserweight title match this week in LA. That's what I thought. That was my impression, and, like I said, that's what I thought. But, yeah, this match was pretty good between TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick. They gave him a video package before they came out, so it gave a reason on why they were feuding in this particular match. And pretty much overall, the match was pretty decent between these two. Surprisingly, now it's a non-title match. Now it's not surprising, but Brian Kendrick wins with the bully choke, or the captain's hook, however you want to call it. But he wins by submission and makes TJ Perkins tap out. One of the only few things I really liked tonight was the Cruiserweights. You have the Cruiserweights win tonight, and you have different winners. And I'll touch this in a moment when we talk about the Rich Swann Tony Nese match later in the night. And but Brian Kendrick wins, gives TJ Perkins his first loss in WWE, because this is his first loss since being the Cruiserweight Classic and on the main roster. So this is his very first loss in WWE. Get the undefeated streak off of him, make him more human, and now build this even more up until Hell in a Cell. Eventually, TJ Perkins, he's gonna win, and we know he's gonna win the feud because he is the golden child of the Cruiserweight division for WWE right now. He is the main guy. Now, with that being said, when Brian Kendrick won tonight, I thought, holy shit, they just gave the title to Brian Kendrick on Raw. No, non-title match. And again, like I said, I thought this was going to be for the fucking titles. Like, I don't know. I don't know. some reason I thought it was gonna be for the title. Maybe did I did I miss something? Did I fucking miss something that they said that this wasn't gonna be for a fucking title? I mean, did I miss that? I mean, I don't fucking know. I mean, maybe I'm just deaf. I don't know. But Brian Kendrick wins with the Captain's Hook, and this is gonna proceed forward with TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick. Both these guys, they work very well together in the ring. I want to see a little bit more from this feud, a little bit more nastiness in this feud, especially from Brian Kendrick, because I know he has it in him. He's showed it before, but I want to see more nastiness from Brian Kendrick, more heel-like motives for Brian Kendrick. But pretty good match from Brian Kendrick and TJ Perkins. Then we had an interview with Seth Rollins and Michael Cole, just talking about him, just babbling on about him and Kevin Owens and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon and no Universal title. I want that title back. Yeah, so that's pretty much what that is. Then we saw Braun Strowman versus a jobber. But I will say this is one of the things I actually like tonight, believe it or not. Braun Strowman beats the jobber. Chase Silver, that's his name. Who gives a fuck what his name is, alright? His name could be fucking Dick Deadly, alright? It doesn't fucking matter, alright? It doesn't matter. Dick Deadly, Chase Silver, doesn't fucking matter. But the point of the matter is that Braun got back on the mic. He cut a promo tonight. He cut a promo after the match. And he says that, you know, stop sending me these little fucking midgets. He didn't say midgets, but pretty much what they are. So stop sending me these little fucking midgets. Timmy, I want some real competition. I want some real competition, Mick Foley. If you don't give me no real competition or else, there'll be no Raw next week. So, Braun Strowman is threatening that there'll be no Raw next week. We know there's going to be a Raw next week, I'm just saying. But he is threatening that he wants real competition. Where does this go from here with Braun Strowman? Who will he face? There's only two guys they can face. It's Big Show or Mark Henry. Prepare to be disappointed next week or in the up and coming weeks, wherever this match happens. So it's gonna be Big Show or Mark Henry. There's nobody else that can match his size. That would make sense. You know what I mean? Like who else will be believable outside of Mark Henry and Big Show that Braun Strowman can face? Not Titus O'Neil, because he got his ass kicked tonight by Sami Zayn. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But who? I'm not even trying to do New Day right now, but who? Seriously. Who? Outside those two. Nobody. Nobody at all. So, Braun Strowman's going to face either Mark Henry or the Big Show. You can bet on that. Then we have our next segment. We have, I was going to say, no more Roman Reigns. Thank God he's done for the night. We have Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens coming out to the ring. Cut a promo. Ashton Kutcher and fucking Danny Masterson, Hyde and Kelso from that 70s show. If you guys remember that show. If you don't remember that show, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It's like one of the best shows from the, late 90s, early 2000s. One of the best sitcoms. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even want to talk about it. Because you guys should know what the fuck it is for the most part. Hopefully. If you don't, then just look it up. I'm pretty sure they got episodes here on YouTube.com. But we see Jericho and Owens come out, cut promo. They cut a promo on Seth Rollins. Said that his Michael Cole interview sucked. Owens talks about how Rollins lost and doesn't deserve a rematch. And Owens also says if Rollins does weasel his way into a rematch, Jericho should be the special guest referee. And Jericho says that's not a terrible idea, but Owens may be thinking about a bit short-sighted as he has some ideas of his own. Chris Jericho does. Jericho realized that they're the best tag team ever, and that they should go and try for the tag team titles. So Owens, thinks that Jericho as champion sounds amazing. But sorry, Sheamus already has a title shot lined up for them. More back and forth between the guys, and basically Jericho's trying to convince Owens about hey, let's be tag team partners. So it was just going back and forth on that for a while. So all of a sudden, New Day comes out. They want to challenge the New Day. New Day comes out, and good little segment between these. It was pretty funny. Chris Jericho was putting everybody on the list. He put Kofi on the list. He put Big E on the list. He put Xavier on the list twice. And pretty good stuff. Basically, Xavier was made a joke about Owens' weight to say that he couldn't jump over everything. He can't hop over anything. So that was alright for what it was. But, yeah. Basically, that's the way that the segment ends. It didn't really much came out of that. But on to our next segment. We come back from a commercial break. We see Sami Zayn versus Titus O'Neil. And basically, you know, we see that basically it was a very short match. Sami wins with the haluva kick. So there you go. Sami Zayn wins, and it doesn't go nowhere. After that, we get going to versus the Club, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They win. What does this do for them? They keep building these guys up like, oh, this team is just to win tag team titles. Oh, this team beats up everybody. But you're not the fucking tag team champions. WWE has not booked these guys as the tag team champions. Oh, they destroy everybody in the path, and oh my god, they won, you know, IWGP tag team champions. Oh my god, they won the best tag team champions in a row. But you have yet to put the fucking titles on the Club. Until you put the fucking titles on the Club, I don't give a shit. And by the time you put the titles on the fucking Club, I won't give a shit no more. I won't give a shit. I know why. I know why the New Day is still the champions. And I love the New Day, guys. Don't get me fucking wrong. I love the New Day. I understand why the New Day is still champions. Because Demolition is in a lawsuit with WWE. They're suing WWE. The New Day is close to breaking their fucking record. Demolition's all-time record. And they don't want Demolition to own the all-time record no more. They want to give it to the New Day. After New Day eclipses 500 days, which I can definitely see them doing. After they eclipse 500 days, then they will lose the belts. But as of right now, they're not going to lose the belts, guys. They're not. They're not going to lose the belts. Up until after they beat the record and maybe get to 500 days. So they can be the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions of all time. If they didn't lose their titles in the first place to the primetime players, they will already be there, guys. Remember that when the New Day originally won the first time, the Tag Team Champions, because they're two-time Tag Team Champions, the New Day. If you remember that they won the Tag Team titles, then they lost it to the primetime players, and they won it back again from the primetime players at SummerSlam. If they just really kept that reign going this entire time, they will already be. I think they already be past the fucking Demolition at that point. Speaking of New Day, that is it. Speaking of New Day, before we go into the next segment, we see Big Cass and Enzo Amore. I want to touch on this here real quick. I know it's not. This is part of Raw tonight, but they're in the ring with 3 breast cancer survivors. As we know, that October is breast cancer awareness month for all women. Pretty cool. They gave them custom-made WWE Women's Championship replicas. They held it up. That was a pretty good moment. I like when WWE does stuff like this because it makes them more legitimate. It doesn't make them more like fucking meatheads of these guys. You know, they're just wrestling and they don't care about what the hell's going on with other people or what's going on in the world. So I like when they do stuff like this. And one note as well, when you got somebody in there like Enzo and Cass doing this, when they have anybody in there, that means that the company sees something in that particular person or group. You know, when they put like John Cena in there, or who else have done this before? They've done it with Roman Reigns. Now they're doing Enzo and Cass, so they see something with Enzo and Cass. Obviously, if that wasn't the case, they would not even be in that position right now. But the segment was not about Enzo and Cass; it was about those women, and it was a cool segment. And and they're breast cancer survivors, so it's pretty awesome to see. On to the next segment here, which is the New Day versus Jericho, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens. And before we saw that segment, we saw Chris Jericho backstage with the Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson. Chris Jericho threatens to put him on the list. Masterson, takes the clipboard. He basically mocks Jericho. Then Jericho takes it back, and Jericho says, "You're gonna get." He leaves the frame from the right. And like 5 seconds later, he comes back from the left side of the frame, and he says, "It." You have to look. You gotta look at it. I laughed out pretty loud when I saw that. You have to look at it because he left from the right side of the frame, and he came back from the left side. And I know I'm looking at this backwards here because because right now I'm looking to my left, but right now on the screen I'm looking to the right, but vice versa. But anyway, you guys get it. That it was funny. You just gotta see. If you didn't see it, go watch that. That was pretty funny, I thought. Then we saw the New Day versus Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. Nothing really much happened in this match. Seth Rollins came out distracted, and basically Big E and Xavier Woods was wrestling tonight too, and beats Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho takes the pinfall. After the match ends, Seth Rollins gets in the ring, and he gives a pedigree to Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho took a Kane knee bump. If you ever seen Kane take a DDT or a pedigree, he always puts one of his knees down. He has one leg straight out and a knee down. Chris Jericho took a Kane bump tonight. Unfucking real. I didn't think I was going to see a Kane bump tonight, but we saw a Kane bump. After that, we saw a great match. Well, not a great match, but we saw a good match between Rich Swann and Tony Nese. Short match. Tony Nese wins after a pump handle driver. And I'm liking this, guys. I really like this because you got Brian Kendrick, who won tonight. Everybody knows who Brian Kendrick is, like as casual fans. CJP is the Cruiserweight Champion. You have Rich Swann win last week in his match. Well, not really his match, in his tag team match. Him and Cedric Alexander win. And now you take Rich Swann, who won last week, and have the winner of last week, the guy that got the pinfall last week, and you take a guy who got pinned, or not pinned, but that got submitted by TJ Perkins, and put them in a match, and have Tony Nese beat the guy that that won their match for their team last week. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. But basically, the point I'm trying to get to is that Tony Nese, who lost last week, Rich Swann, who won last week, they just swapped roles. And what this does is, guys, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is what this does is this gives, I think, not so much more credibility to the cruiserweight division. It's just that you're getting more people to get involved with their favorite wrestlers. They're identifying their favorite wrestlers in the cruiserweight division. What does this do if Rich Swann beats Tony Nese? Then Tony Nese will just be looking like a jobber in the cruiserweight division. But what happens if you take Tony Nese, who lost last week, to win this week against Rich Swann, and you take Rich Swann, who won last week, and you make him lose this week? You elevate both of these guys. And I like it. Not to be people who probably see what I'm thinking about right now, but let's say Tony Nese next week, he'd go up against, I don't fucking know, Noam Dar. Let's just say they have Noam Dar beat Tony Nese. They have Noam Dar the following week go up against, I don't know if they bring Akira Tozawa, but you have Noam Dar lose to Akira Tozawa, and have these guys trade wins against each other. And make this a legitimate division. Don't just have TJ Perkins, Rich Swann, and Cedric Alexander win all the matches. Did that just make the division useless to watch? Because we already know which three guys are going to win every time. But if you make it to where that's unpredictable and have different guys win at different times, then that's pretty good, I think. I think that's pretty good, and that was one of my main things of the night. We saw Sheamus and Cesaro beat two jobbers. Whatever on that. I don't give a shit. I like I said last week, I like to see where this is going. I don't care where this is going right now at this point. They're good together. Don't get me wrong. I think they're good together. It's just that this didn't do anything for me tonight. Like what they did tonight didn't do anything for me. Women's championship match of Charlotte and Sasha Banks, and I explained this earlier. It was a good match. I don't want to take it away from these two women, but Sasha wins. It doesn't do anything for me. Like I said, I think the reason why they did this is they're trying to protect Charlotte's reign on pay-per-view, her undefeated reign on pay-per-view, and also as well, they may want to make her like her daddy, a 16-time women's champion. Never been done before. Maybe they're gonna do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in the up and coming months. You know, if in the up and coming months, if Charlotte's a 4-time champion, by the time WrestleMania runs around, then that's probably why they're trying to make her like her fucking dad. I don't know. But Sasha wins tonight. Great. I won't say great match. You know what? I'll take it there. I thought it was a pretty damn good match. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take anything away from these women. I thought it was a great match overall. Pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good. I don't want to take anything from it. It was just short. It was short. The commercial breaks was in the way, and it kind of bogged it down for me. But Sasha Banks is your new women's champion, and they're gonna have another match at Hell in a Cell. And if Charlotte wins the title back, then this is a fucking joke. But not taking anything away from the women. Good match. Great match, I think. But where, like, you can't just keep having these women change the titles every damn month. It's, you know, like, it's not gonna work for me on that. It's not gonna work for anybody if you do that shit. So have somebody have a long legitimate title reign. I think, you know, honestly, I think this may happen with the long legitimate title reign with Sasha, because you know they're gonna do something with Sasha and Bayley. So I think Sasha is going to you know, get her long reign up until WrestleMania and have Bayley win the title at WrestleMania. But guys, that's gonna be it for me. What do you think about this Raw here? If I had to give this a Raw a rating out of 10, oh man, I'm probably gonna give it a 5 out of 10, and that is up from last week. But I know I talked about some good things from the show tonight, but like stuff like the Roman Reigns thing, fucking, you know, Sami Zayn, Titus. I mean, Sami Zayn won, great. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, that's, you know, that ain't gonna do shit for those guys. I mean, it's not gonna make them win the fucking tag team titles. They're out of the tag team picture right now. You know what I mean? Sheamus and the Jobbers. You know what I mean? But some good things. TJP and Brian Kendrick. What Braun Strowman did in his interview, I thought was pretty good, even though we know where that's gonna go. You know, and Tony Nese and Rich Swann, what they're doing with the Cruiserweight division. And the match between Charlotte and Sasha was pretty damn good. I just don't like why they did it again. But I understand why they did it, but I just don't agree with it, I would say. But, guys, that's going to be it for me. If you guys like this video, definitely leave me a thumbs up. SmackDown review tomorrow, guys. That's going to be fucking awesome. Go home show for No Mercy. The show last week was fucking awesome. And I can't wait for this week's shows coming up. But, guys, I am going to go and get out of here. Please rate, please subscribe, please drop a comment. And I will see you guys tomorrow from our SmackDown review. Peace out.